The AllMinners dating life is getting worse and worse, and he doesn't realize it. He thinks he's winning because he's in contact with so many girls over Snapchat and Instagram. And even though he's just sending them reels and joking, it seems like he has a great relationship with the girls around him. The AllMinner is going to the gym, Looksmaxxing, earning his first few bucks, and eventually, he gets one of his former female friends as his girlfriend. But day by day, month by month, his respect keeps dropping. And after a couple years, there's such a magnificent difference between you and the AllMinner. Because you've been putting in the work in the dating game, and now your girlfriend looks at you like a mixture of Greek god and mysterious bad boy. His girlfriend has secretly built up resentment for him through his inadvertent reinforcement and diminished frame. Even with all the improvement in his career and in his looks, the most important thing in his life, his relationship with his girl, is sterile. Despite this, his relationship is still just a tad bit too comfortable. So they stay together until she finally cheats on him when it's too late for him to get back into the dating market. He's part of the 2/3 of failed marriages, all because he's been neglecting his dating skills. The allmaxxer. The allmaxxer wasn't always perfect. He got oxytocin maxed and racked in his first relationship like every other young man. But instead of running in circles, he learned to break the vicious cycle and start to improve on his relationship skills. Not just by getting jacked and handsome and attracting more bitches, but by learning leverage, frame, conversation, even bedroom game, and so much more. Fast forward a couple of years and he's sitting there, not with 1, 2, or 3, but 4 girlfriends that all respect him and love him, all whilst he's more productive than ever. And his peers can't help but respect him as well. They see all of the guys around them getting brutally cucked by their wife. And it becomes apparent, the allmaxxer did something totally different. That makes him stand out from the average unhappy relationship today. It's time to change. I want to tell you a bit of a personal story, read out by Saltman, our beautiful soothing voice actor. So, when I first started improving my life back in 2021, I started going to the gym, joining Black Pill Discords, even getting into entrepreneurship, and I truly felt my life getting a lot better. I was even starting to get some girls. But with every girl I texted and tried to rizz up, I felt it draining my energy. Constantly texting goodnight, writing cheesy romantic lines and so on, never felt right to me. But that was the thing that built connection, or so I thought. It was only once I started educating myself, practicing text game, and I kept analyzing not just what worked but the underlying reasons as to why it worked, that I started to see my previous mistakes. And I discovered just how wrong my image of what a relationship is supposed to be like really was. Because I used to think a relationship is this emotionally exhausting and unpredictable thing that you just gotta figure out as it comes. I did not see all the reoccurring patterns and psychological principles that underlined all of those interactions. This led me down a rabbit hole. For years and years, I was improving my game together with my co-owner, trying different kinds of conditioning, helping guys on Discord, getting multiple girlfriends, and so on. And at that point, it wasn't even that much about getting girls anymore. Sure, having sex is nice, but at that point, I really fell in love with the psychological game itself. And of course, I'm a bit extreme in that aspect. I just like analyzing chats, conversations, relationship dynamics. I enjoy dating myself, obviously. The main thing I want to share with you is why you should care about this stuff. So you don't end up like the AllMinner in the intro, who was improving on all of those skill sets but completely ignoring one of the most important, his relationships, or in better words, handling his bitches. But let's dive a bit deeper and see why this is actually happening. For starters, a lot of the conversations regarding women online has massively shifted away from actual dating. We see creators like Clavicular and other Looksmaxxers popping off, running around on IRL streams, talking to girls, and so on. And this video is not to bash them at all. We have our own debloating, gym, nutritional guides in our Discord. The channel is called AllMaxxing, so the message that comes with that name is very obvious. Max all areas of life. The problem is, right now, most guys think in clips. So they don't even think past the moment where she sees a chat on Omegle and her mouth opens up. But the intersexual dynamics that happen after you get the match or the Instagram or the wow moment is still where honestly, everybody falls short. So the reason all of the videos so far have been about the dating intricacies like dinner dates, frame, pre-selection, and so on is because that is the skill men have been neglecting to a massive extent for the past years. And no, it doesn't matter if you're the AllMinner or Tom Brady or Will Smith or Jeff Bezos or Beth Bezos. After all, these are all guys that would mock like crazy on Omegle. But what they achieved in the dating game is far from ideal. If you haven't been educating and improving on the dating skill, your life will end up a mess, it's almost guaranteed. Just trying to mock and frauding your pics simply isn't good enough nowadays. I mentioned this in my last video as well, about 2 out of 100 matches end up on dates. That's nothing. And it's so little because men don't know how to converse, especially not when a woman has 20 other chats she could respond to. And from these 2 out of 100 dates, basically everybody will make a mistake, damage their frame in some way, and not get to the beautiful polarized relationship they could have had with that woman. Whereas the allmaxxer makes her fall in love with him, whilst passing all of the shit tests, whilst knowing how to establish a good conversation flow, whilst avoiding inadvertent reinforcement. And the list goes on and on and on. Improving your game is beautiful and I want you to experience it as well. I think it's the future. That's why every day at 6:30 PM Central European Time, we will put out a short that contains some value regarding dating. And every Sunday at the same time, along a video where we deep dive into a specific topic. Do me and your friends a favor, share this video, get the word out, they might need it even more than you. If you got specific questions, we have a great community of around 500 AllMaxxers, link in the description. And always remember, make her cry at least once a week.